And Nicola joins me now from London. Nicola, tell us more about how these two women coped during the pandemic.
Yeah, it was great to chat to both of them and find out how they had very similar fears and similar positives. So Laura, for example, hadn't seen her mother and her sister from Christmas until 10 days after Viera was born, which is a very long time to spend pregnant without that family support. And she said she really struggled with that one. And she said that it puts a lot of pressure on the partner who has to be everything for them the whole time. And equally, after Viera was born, she had a midwife appointment until Viera was 9 days old, and then didn't see anybody until she was 10 weeks old, whereas normally a new mum is getting regular weekly visits from a health visitor, and that she found very, very difficult. Now for Linda, she talked there about sort of trying to ensure that neither she nor her husband Phil actually contract COVID in the next sort of 10 days until her baby's due. One of the things that she's slightly worried about is actually getting to the birthing centre. 35 degrees heat in New York at the moment, you have to wear a mask outside. And she said to me the thought of actually wearing a mask while she's having contractions in the back of a taxi is something that she's really quite anxious about. But both of them they're both actually yoga teachers, and they have used their yoga, their mindfulness, their meditation to be as positive as possible. But the fact that they're struggling, people who regularly practice like this and both have incredibly supportive partners, just goes to show if it's difficult for them, it must be even more difficult for single mums who are doing this completely on their own.
Yeah, right. They are very lucky that they have supportive partners. What about this study that's being run by UK doctors? What is it that they're looking for?
So this is being run by University College London. It's called the CAP COVID study. And what they're wanting to do is to hear from women who are pregnant and to give them a variety of questionnaires throughout their pregnancy, because they say that they know a lot of women are very anxious about becoming pregnant during COVID times. They know that some women are actually deciding to postpone because they're worried that what happens if they get COVID? Is there any danger to the fetus in early pregnancy? It's because there's so many unknowns about it that people are very concerned. And so this study wants to follow those women and find out whether it is actually affecting their decision, because of course some women are having, in lockdown, have had difficulty getting contraception, getting fertility treatments. I mean, you and I, Rachel, have discussed this in the past. And there has been this research from the University of Alberta in Canada saying that the numbers of women suffering from postnatal depression have trebled. And interestingly, it also showed that 64% of those women didn't do as much exercise as usual. Lockdown had really restricted their ability to exercise, perhaps going to antenatal exercise classes. And there is that link between exercise and mental health. So this is something that the study also wants to investigate. They want to continue the research on this. And of course, it is something that both Laura and Linda, they did use their yoga, their exercise, to keep them going the whole time. So that's probably one of the messages that needs to be put across to women who are pregnant and new mums.
All right. Nicola Hill in London. Nicola, thank you.